into him, if you will. A friend of mine named Rini in Norway, he dabbles with breatharianism and some other things. He's a healer in Norway. And every now and then I call him and he explains some things to me. But he is explaining to me that you can take these vibrations and learn how to tune in them. It's like turning on a TV channel or a radio channel, and it's just all different sets of vibrations. And as we go through and experience them, then we can start to understand, okay, this vibration means this is going on over here, and that vibration means this is going on over here. I find it to be utterly fascinating stuff. So bringing all of you in a very short period of time to some of the things of where I'm at right now. I wasn't talking about any of this stuff, and then some people wanted me to, and a friend of mine, the gal that I told you about that I'd met in Virginia, she was kind enough, she flew out from Virginia, landed in San Francisco, and came out to Cafe Gratitude just to bear witness to what had happened, because I wasn't talking about this. I was saying, this stuff is so far out there, and I've never heard of this stuff before, and, unless I got some witnesses backing me up with me while I'm giving this talk, I ain't doing it. And she was just like, well, I'm on my way. I just couldn't believe it, to have friends like that, to have people that would be willing to step up to the plate, not only because they love you or they're a good friend of yours, but just to bear witness to the truth of what's happening around us. Just absolutely incredible stuff. She could feel the vibrations of these flowers. I brought her over to a restaurant called Chaco Canyon, and I explained to her I couldn't understand why I was feeling the vibration of these flowers, because they're in a potted plant, and she could feel it. She could feel it. It was utterly amazing. So I started explaining to her about the potted plant, why I couldn't understand why it's a much more heavier vibration, much more. It's hard for me to describe the vibrations, because that's the closest word I can come to what I'm feeling when I feel them. That would make sense in your mind, or mine for that matter. So anyway, she's coming to our International Day of Juice Feasting. So let me just share a little bit with you guys about what's going on with our International Day of Juice Feasting. And what we've done is, I had one last year, and it's just exactly what it says. You can drink whatever type of juice you want, and every year we raise a toast to honor someone or something. Last year it was the Gabriel Cousins and the people at the Tree of Life for their research into diabetes, which I would not be here if it wasn't. This year I'm going to announce it live when we're doing it, and just ask everyone to raise a toast of juice. And we're going to be introducing wild grass juice. This is wild crafted juice. There's a guy named Peter, incredible guy. If any of you have read the wheatgrass book, the one that's been around since the early 80s or late 70s, Peter is prominently mentioned in that book. And he has been living this life now for many, many years. I have a tremendous amount of respect for this brother, because he's living it. I tracked him down and finally went down to Ecuador to meet this guy, and the Raw Food World Conference was going on at the same time, and I wanted to just go back up because I'm a truck driver, money, and I was just like, okay, Raw Food World Conference, those guys have their conference, let me meet the Wildgrass Messiah, because I wanted him to show me how to pick the Wheatgrass Messiah. Wanted to show me how to pick the wild grasses, and David Wolf had mentioned to me that drinking wild grass was pretty cool. It was, he really, it was, he just mentioned to me that it was good stuff. So anyway, Maria Bierbauer also. So anyway, I got down to Ecuador, and this guy and I became very good friends. I ended up staying for the whole Raw Food World Conference, and which is now I'm now sponsoring with Matt and Angela and Teresa, Beauty, Elegance, and Grace, and the Wildgrass Messiah. We're sponsoring the next Raw Food World Conference. That'll be May 1st through 15th in Ecuador, and then I know I've drifted off from International Day of Juice Feasting. But I'm just trying to get to what I'm most excited about, which is I've been doing some juice feasting on wild grasses, and Peter has explained everything to me. We were going to try and get him out here for this event. We could not afford to do that. And I still have to talk to him to see if he can still make it or not. I would love to have him there. But I guarantee you one thing, in the book I'm writing, I ain't writing this book for my name. I'm writing it to honor this guy and who he is and how he has lived his life. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce wild grass juicing to the world. And we're going to do that on September 12th. And what we're going to do is feed it live to people around the world. And it'll be from 12 to 4 West Coast time. Again, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. West Coast time. And if you're on the West Coast and you can make it on up for the party in Seattle, our brother here will be introducing that information to you. I'm going to give it to him tomorrow. And we'd love to have you come on up and participate. There's also going to be there's going to be 4 speakers, myself, Matthew and Angela Monarch. And just so you guys know, I lost, I did a 4-month juice feast and I've lost 230 pounds. My colon cancer is gone. I got off my diabetic meds in 4 days, not weeks or months. And my kidneys were leaking proteins into my blood system. I no longer even have trace elements of protein leaking into my blood through my kidneys. This is profound stuff, people. This is profound stuff. And for me, again, I am not a doctor. You want to try any of this stuff, please go find yourself a good naturopathic or medical doctor, get under his or her care, and go for it.